Anchor Bay is back, guys, and today we are going to talk about it. We are going to take a look at their website, talk about everything that they've released, and talk a little bit about the history of Anchor Bay, how they came to be, and look at some of my releases that are Anchor Bay releases from the past. So stick around. Welcome back to the Ecto-Violence channel. My name's Alec. Today we're talking Anchor Bay. Mostly the return of Anchor Bay, but we're also going to talk a little bit about the history of Anchor Bay. So to start, I say we go right to their website, their new website. We take a look over here, and what we're looking at right now is the Wikipedia, so that's not exactly what I want. This is it. Alright, so this is their new website, Anchor Bay Entertainment. You got that little pirate ship logo there. You know, a little bit different from their, that logo at least. So not too much on the landing page here. It seems like they are still kind of getting started, like they launched this year. Seems they had a couple releases out earlier in this year, and I'm kind of just now hearing about this, which is interesting. But so this is their about page, or crew page, I guess. It just has a little bit about some of the people that all work there right now, so that's pretty cool. The About Us section, pretty simple right now, but our mission is to release quality films that entertain, inspire, and challenge audiences. We share the passion of Anchor Bay's rich history in earlier days. The original Anchor Bay Entertainment, formerly Video Treasures, Star Maker Entertainment, and Stars Home Entertainment, was an American home entertainment and production company formed in Michigan in 1988. The company was purchased by Stars, Inc., which is a subsidiary of Lionsgate. In 2017, the original company was folded into Lionsgate Home Entertainment. Then it was gone. Until now, we brought it back. So, if you go to their shop, there's nothing exactly right there. At least not yet. You go to their new releases, they have 3. And these are their current, I guess I would call them launch titles, even though they kind of 2 released in September and 1 in August this year. So there's Cursed in Baja, Abruptio, and Crust. And Crust is the only one I'm actually familiar with, oddly enough. I've talked to Sean Whalen a little bit online just because Twister event a couple years ago that was in Waukeeta, Oklahoma. Pretty awesome stuff, but he was about to start work on this. I believe I was seeing him post about it pretty early back then, so it's cool to see that it's fully out and it's got a release now. I actually haven't seen it yet. Very interested in checking it out, though. And if you don't know who Sean Whalen is, you know who Sean Whalen is. He's in everything. Literally, he's in Batman Returns, That Thing You Do, The People Under the Stairs, Tammy and the T-Rex. Shit. You know what I mean? Lost. He was in Lost. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Guy has an awesome career. And there are, if you search them up on Amazon, that's where I think they are the main place these are for sale, but the Crust Blu-ray is up for sale here, and I looked up Abruptio, and I only saw this, a DVD option, and I don't know, is that theirs? And then we have Cursed in Baja, which, again, this one is also showing up here, so that's pretty cool. They only have these couple releases, but they're just getting started, so now let's take a look at the Wikipedia here. The first incarnation of Anchor Bay Entertainment dates its origins back to 2 separate home video distributors, Video Treasures, formed in 1985, and Star Maker Entertainment, founded in 1988. Both companies sold budget items, including reissues of previously released home video programming at discount prices. Now, this is the thing. I like that, because I have some of these releases. So let's talk Video Treasures first. If we come back here, my copy of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is a Video Treasures copy. However, that's the artwork I want. That is great. Now, this probably means that the quality of the film is not as good, but hey. Again, look at the stamp on there. Video Treasures. So this is one of the original companies. We all know Video Treasures, if you're a VHS collector at least. And I figured I would talk about a little bit about all of this history and show off some of these items, because this is where this company started, was this stuff. Video Treasures is one of those companies. And I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre too, so And the other one, Star Maker Entertainment. Here's one by them. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. This is, you know, I came across this one after I already had a different version, which is, interestingly enough, also Anchor Bay, which we'll get to in just a second. But, you know, this one is another budget copy by Star Maker. You can see their logo on that there. But Elvira, Mistress of the Dark is one of my favorite movies. You can see Elvira up there behind me. There's an Elvira little doll. There's quite a lot of Elvira stuff around here. But I was just casually looking through some of these, trying to see if I knew I had video treasures, but Star Maker, I was like, doesn't ring as much of a bell, but I bet some of these other obscure tapes I have are that. So, again, Elvira. This is a kind of more standard edition. I think more people have this one. And this one is Anchor Bay. Again, this is a little bit higher quality. So if I was to compare the two of these, which honestly that sounds like a really dope video, I might have to do that. I'm pretty sure you'd find that this tape would look much better. Probably sound much better. But I like having both. And while we're on Anchor Bay VHS, let's take a look at the collector's edition of Evil Dead 2, which I've actually done a full review of here. Check that out if you're interested. But this is it just happens to be the copy of Evil Dead 2 that I have, you know, that I ordered. I think I found the first one actually at a Goodwill, which is insane, because this is like 2018 probably. A lot less people were buying tapes then, let's admit it. But that's the print job on there. It's one of these hard shell, smaller clam cases. I don't know exactly what you'd call these. Patent pending on the inside, but this is the collector's edition widescreen presentation. And, you know, that's just awesome. For more information, please see reverse side of cover sleeve. We'll get to that in just a second. So this is actually, says right on there, Video Treasures and Anchor Bay. So if we take this out, we remove this. Oh, see, it's like an old, like what you'd find on inside of a DVD almost. Dear Knuckleheads, so you just couldn't get enough carnage and mayhem in the first Evil Dead film, huh? Oh no, you needed more. Well, strap yourselves in and prepare for the mother of all sequels in Evil Dead 2. We follow once again the misadventures of Ash, the movie world's most absurd hero. And that's a whole little letter from Bruce Campbell. So that's pretty sick to see. And while we're on Evil Dead, let's take a look at this Anchor Bay Evil Dead, which is, again, one I've reviewed. Check out that whole review of this tape. It's awesome. But when it says Anchor Bay, it implies to me that it's going to be better quality than Video Treasures was, you know? I mean, even the tapes look better. The print is better. I didn't rewind this tape. What a crime. And the last of the VHS is going to be Day of the Dead, and as you can see on the back, this is another one of those Video Treasures and Anchor Bays. But look at that, you know, just pretty plain stuff for that one. But again, you can tell by the amount of tape in there that it's not just, you know, the crappy duplication style. So that's kind of where Video Treasures ended. Video Treasures, as far as I know, didn't do DVDs. And let's take another look at this Wikipedia real quick. So as mentioned, you know, Video Treasures formed in 1985, Star Maker Entertainment 1988. Both of them sold budget items, yada, yada, yada. That's very interesting stuff. Eventually, 1994, they're acquired by Handelman as well, who was already acquired. Like, there's basically a bunch of acquisitions that happened, and then eventually other budget home video and music labels became a part of Anchor Bay, such as MNTEX Entertainment, Teal Entertainment, Burbank Video, Drive Entertainment. So you see what I mean? Like, eventually a lot of these just end up coming all the way together. And then in 1997, Anchor Bay starts fully pushing out VHS and DVDs. So let's take a look at some of my Anchor Bay DVDs. Evil Dead, what do you know? So this is very interesting. This is a copy I bought at Walmart when I was 16. I had a job at a movie theater. This is 2007. And what was I doing? I was going to Walmart when they were open, all night. Remember that? Me and my brother would drive up to Walmart, buy some junk food and some fucking horror movies, and it was usually stuff like this. Like, he convinced me to buy this. I hadn't seen it yet. He was like, yeah, you should buy these Evil Dead movies. And this is the first one, so I bought the first one. And this is a great edition of this movie. Let's just be honest. So, you can see at the back, this actually has a lot going for it. I don't know how much of this stuff has been put on other releases, so I don't know if it's like, oh my god, you guys need to get this, but let's take a look inside. I'm pretty sure, I still have the little booklet in here, which is awesome. And look at that disc. I mean, thank you, Anchor Bay. That's just cool. I like that. So this is the booklet in here. Ladies of Evil Dead. Ladies of the Evil Dead, I should say. But I remember reading this when I first bought it, and I was like, wow. This is... I want more of this, you know what I mean? And it's interviews with the women that are in the movie, which is awesome. Because usually you're getting Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, right? So I think that's why they were like, hey, let's do something different. And I really appreciate that. And then the chapter selection. And honestly, who doesn't love these? So now we've got Dawn of the Dead. This is the special Divimax series edition, done by Anchor Bay. This has a pretty interesting audio commentary. I don't know if I've actually listened to that one. Some minor special features, some cool stuff. TV spots, radio spots, though. I like that. And this disc very much fits in with that Evil Dead aesthetic disc. Look at that. Like, that's what I appreciated about Anchor Bay in this era was there was an art to this stuff, you know? Here we have a beat-to-hell copy of The Wicker Man, the original one. And it still has the price sticker that I paid on it. This copy could use a good clean. Again, inside, all we really have is this, which is pretty sick. Nothing too crazy going on with the disc on this one, but I just like the fact that they were putting out movies like this. Like, this is 2006, so if my math is right, that's probably about the time the remake was coming out. And I actually like the remake, too. So it just kind of shows the type of movies they were willing to put out sometimes, too. Day of the Dead, once again. See, I have the same copies of these, like they were released probably around the same time. So this is another one of these Divimax series ones. And we take a look inside. Oh, you get that. Yes, please. Thank you. That print is just beautiful in there. And the chapter selection on the opposite side, of course. Again, beautiful disc. This is my favorite of the Dead series movies. It became this somewhere in like 2016, 2017. I was just like, Day of the Dead, man. It's my favorite. No hate towards any of the other ones. They're all brilliant. But another appearance from Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Anchor Bay release. There are not much for special features on this. And this is, unfortunately, one of these style cases too, which I get. And I don't complain too much about. And I'll tell you why. Because I am a person who thinks we should use less plastic and shit. But as a physical media collector, I'd be lying if I said it doesn't hurt. So what I appreciate about this is look at this. It's brilliant, isn't it? I love this poster that's included on the other side of that. Like, this is this attention to detail. And then there's a whole little readout on the inside, too. So I just love that stuff. And, the case style is a little bit annoying when you have that and it's so flimsy and whatnot. But, again, I care enough about the environment I can get over it. Now let's talk about a pretty cool one. A limited edition Manhunter from Anchor Bay. Now, if you don't know, this is basically Red Dragon, but made in the 80s, and it has Brian Cox as and it has Brian Cox's Hannibal Lecter instead. Pretty interesting stuff. Honestly, if you haven't seen this one, check it out. But let's take a look at this, right? It has 2 discs, supposedly a 24-page collector booklet. I don't know if that's still in there or not, to be honest. It is not. Surprise! But both discs are in there, which is cool. And I gotta say, again, Anchor Bay knew how to design a fucking disc, man. I don't know if I can say the same for the new incarnation, but hopefully. Look at that. Just beautiful. So disc 2 is actually the director's cut. So that's very cool. I don't even think I've watched that. I need to watch both of these and compare those now. And because of Anchor Bay, I can. Got a couple more DVDs here. Nothing too crazy, but let's take a look. John Carpenter's Halloween. And I gotta say, this is gonna be painful for you to hear, and it's painful for me to say this, but this came with a slipcover that was literally just the same. It had just this on the front, and I think the same stuff on the back. And there was a time when I went through my DVD collection, and this is probably like 2010, 11, and I got rid of almost all of those. Except for ones that were actually different from the cover. All the ones that were the same, I was like, fuck you, I'm throwing it away. And now I look back and I'm like, you stupid bastard. And it's alright. I'm not like a guy who's crazy about slipcovers or anything, but you know, it would look nice in a slipcover. This is just less appealing. But regardless, this is the Anchor Bay Stars home entertainment release. And there's nothing on the inside. There could have been. I don't know. This is actually one I did buy new. I remember buying this at Target. And I probably want to say, yep, 2007. That checks out. But it has a widescreen presentation and a full frame presentation. Trailers, TV spots, radio spots, talent bios. It's pretty typical stuff. Halloween Unmasked 2000, produced and directed by, like, that's the whole feature on there. That's awesome. And speaking of Halloween, ba-ling! Halloween 4 and Halloween 5, both are the special Divimax series editions. Halloween 4 having the audio commentary with actors Ellie Cornell and Danielle Harris, and another audio commentary with the writer Alan B. McElroy. The Halloween 4 and 5 discussion panel, the making of Halloween 4 final cut. With Halloween 5, there's also a commentary. There's an introduction by Danielle Harris and Ellie Cornell. On-set Halloween 5 footage. Rare, never-before-seen footage taken on the set. Inside Halloween 5, documentary featuring rare... Like, you see what I'm saying? Anchor Bay. Man. And it's funny, I've actually done a whole video on, like, the formats that I own Halloween on, because it's all weird. Like, some of it is like this, it's Anchor Bay or whatever. It's just a random assortment of DVDs. But that's about it for today's video. If you are interested in checking out Anchor Bay's new stuff, I did put a link to their website down below. Let me know what you think of Anchor Bay's return. What do you have in your collection that's really cool from Anchor Bay? You have Video Treasure stuff too? I want to hear about it. And if you like this video, be sure to check out this one and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys.